What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome to my Rise to Flame here with Plymouth Argyle. So at the end of season 2, our first full season with any club, let alone Plymouth Argyle. So let's go into our English season review. So Stevenage won the league, we're going up with Port Vale, Scunthorpe and Gillingham. Relegated with Wrexham and Grimsby. Marcus Haber absolutely walked the division, pretty much just dominated. Getting player of the season I think, golden boot, I don't know if they do golden boot actually, but top goal scorer, most assists went to Stevenage. So they pretty much just walked away with their division. No one could stop them. The overachievers were Dagenham and Redbridge, and the underachievements were Portsmouth. So it's good to see us not in there for relegations and underachievers. So what did we actually finish? We finished a respectable 14th. So that's an improvement from last year. So last year we finished 20th, but this year we will now finish 14th. So that's up 6 places. If we could continue that growth again in improving 6, maybe more places next year, we'll be in on around the playoffs. So that's what I'm aiming for. That's what I really want to achieve. So we actually finished the season with 15 wins, 17 draws, 14 losses, picking up 59 goals, 57 against, plus 2 goal difference and 62 points. So overall, very respectable, mid-table, easy season. So hopefully next year we can, like I say, push further up the table, try and get in and around the playoffs because I've only signed a new 1-year deal. I decided just before recording I'm definitely going to sign another 1-year deal with Plymouth. I'm going to stay here for an additional year, see how things grow, see how the club develop. If they don't develop like I want them to, if they don't get in and around the playoffs, maybe 8th or 9th, the minimum 9th, then that's it. I'm calling time on my Plymouth Argyle career. But that's a long way away. That's still a full season, so we've still got a lot of time to grow. Hopefully we can do that, though. I kind of want to stay at Plymouth because they're a really good club. Maybe at least get a better offer somewhere without having to leave. But here's our past position. So as you can see, we had a really bad start to the season, absolutely atrocious. It took up until about the 25th, 26th game to start winning, climbing back up the table, and really started to show what our squad could do. But it took some help with the transfers, so let's go into that and have a look. So 2 players left. Jamie Lowry for £1,000. Just didn't feel he was good enough anymore. Plus the fact he was 27 meant that he's kind of old in comparison to our squad, so I'd rather someone younger was just there in the reserve waiting. And we sold Paris Cohen Hall for £3,000. I just didn't feel he was good enough anymore. I just didn't think it was beneficial us having him. I mean, he made 1 appearance for me all season. So, in the end of the day, he's just a bad signing. Really, really bad. And I think it was only about 1,000 a week, so that's clearly not worth it when you've got finishing of 8 and composure of 8. That's never, ever going to be worth it. Moving on to the ins, though, the better side. Of course, you know about Milan Lakovic. Great signing for us. Played really well. You'll see his stats in a second. Ian Turner, goalkeeper, come in. Great goalkeeper. I like the fact that I had an experienced goalkeeper in goal for the first time. The fact he's ex-Everton, ex-Preston. Okay, he didn't really play a load of games for them, but the fact he has played in a higher level than us was just a great thing to have. I felt confident when the ball went to him that we were going to be able to keep it out. Normally when I have other keepers in goal, I don't feel like that. So it was just nice change to see him on loan. Apart from that, nothing too special about him. Just a pretty standard League 2 keeper, really. Next signing, this is a great signing for the club, great capture. John Bostock, the former Tottenham trainee, not Tottenham trainee, Sheffield United and Tottenham, is it? No, Palace and Tottenham trainee, sorry. I got absolutely great stats. Pretty every technical stat there in light blue, you'd probably want in a centre midfield as an advanced player maker. So, got great stats, great creativity, great flair, good influence, and all these physical stats are pretty good apart from jumping and stamina. So, an absolute great signing there. He's a real coup for the club, I think. Leading League 2 player apparently, and leading League 1 potential, but really good signing. Shame he got injured quite a bit, limiting his appearances, but for £1,000 a week, I think he's cheap as chips right now, and next season should be a good season for him. Next signing was Connor Henderson, we got on loan from Arsenal, so our second Arsenal loanee of the season. They're pretty much an affiliated club now, unofficial affiliated club. So in he come, and he's got some great stats there, really good mental stats, pretty much everything you'd want in a centre mid. Again, good passing as well, technique, first touch. Maybe a couple other stats he could improve upon, but he was considered our best player according to scout reports, and our assistant manager clearly thinks the same. And I think he played and it showed when he had the ball. He's a deep line player, make a support. I think I played him as defend. Yeah, deep line player, made the defend. Sorry. And he's just a really good player, and hopefully I can get him next year. His contract's running out of Arsenal, so there may be a free transfer I try and look to get. I'm not too sure yet. I can approach to sign him now, but I won't. I'll have to wait until I get my new transfer budget. That's what I like to wait for. Craig Eastman, defensive midfielder, come in. I felt we weakened the defensive mid position, and I still do. He come in and trying to solidify that for us. He played all right, played well enough for this level, I believe, but he's got good potential in him, so I thought, why not? And he's got some really good stats in him as well. So 3 Arsenal loanees this season. Carla Ebukio kind of got pushed out by the 2 new ones, and our last signing was Shifty Coochie, former Hibs, former Blackburn, former Palace, former everyone. Pretty much, he's the ultimate journeyman that I can think of, and he just come in. He was on free transfer. I kind of wanted a director of football, so I thought, alright, he can come in and do that then. I've not getting money. He's not got any responsibilities anyway, but he's going to be more of a backup as well, backup centre striker. If I ever need one, he can just come in. If my players are tired and I've got like a rubbish match that I feel is a nothing game, like a cup, he can come in. That's all he's there for, pretty much. And right now he's tutoring LeConte, so maybe I can get some benefits out of that as in becoming a tutor. And maybe when his contract runs out next year, I can offer him a coaching role, maybe full time, because he's not got a bad little coaching stats there, and he can improve as well. So those were all the signings. Let's have the fixtures and look at the second half of the season that got us our respectable 14th position. So of course you know about the live comms. So then we won 2-0 against Fleetwood, making it 3 wins in a row. David Foley picking up 2 in a really easy win against Fleetwood. Then we drew 2-2 to Stevenage. This was a great result. More for the fact that Stevenage outplayed us. They were top of the table at the time, and for us to come away with a point away from home, that was really good and showed that the club had a bit of spirit. I had been questioning it recently, considering our poor start to the season, especially just before them 3 wins in a row. I really did question the character of the team, whether I was going to stay or not. But it's good to see that come second half of the season, it's changed my mind with that 2-2 result there at Stevenage. Then we won 1-0 against Burton and drew 2-2 against Rochdale. Basara, Nelson and Foley getting the goals in them 2 games. Then we lost 3-0 to Portsmouth. This is a confusing result, more for the fact that they were underachieving. We were playing really well at the time. We had great form. Everything was going for us. And we come to this match and just got battered. I mean, Portsmouth are underachieving. Their squad's really thin, really bad for this level, really. We dominated them in smash stats, as you can see there. Our squad's really strong. It was fresh. We just couldn't beat them. We got battered 3-0. I was so clueless about this result. And probably out of the whole season, that's probably my most disappointing result. The fact that we couldn't do better against Portsmouth there, because, like I say, so many factors point towards us winning that match and we just couldn't do it. But we bounced back with a 1-0 win to Exeter and then a fantastic game against Northampton where we won 5-3. So they ended up taking the lead after 2 minutes, making it 1-0. I thought, it's going to be one of them games where we get smashed. But no, we bounced back with LeConte and Foley in the 28th and 35th minute respectively, making it 2-1 to us. But then they equalised just before half-time, making it 2-2. And I thought, okay, we can still come out in the second half. We can still play well. And by God, did we. Come the 70th minute, we were then 4-2 with LeConte and Foley again scoring in the same order, making it 5-2 at the time. Clive Platt then did get a goal, making it 4-3, sorry. And it kind of put me on edge, thinking, they can get a goal anytime. They were throwing people forward in the last 10 minutes and we ended up catching them out for it. 93rd minute, they were throwing everyone forward for a corner. Luke Young got the ball, just ran, and just slotted it home. So 5-3 in the end, and that was just a great game to see how many goals went in there. Then we drew 3 games in a row against Cheltenham, Wrexham. That was disappointing. We probably could have beaten Wrexham and Rotherham. Then we lost 2-1 to Scunthorpe. Looking back at it, I probably would have wanted to do better there. I mean, we could have probably drawn the match, but especially when you look at the match stats. But they did get promoted. They were a good team. So looking back at it now, at the end of the season, I'd say, all right, I don't really mind that result. But at the time, I was like, we should at least got a draw there. But we showed our performances carried on over, and we won 1-0 against Morecambe. Craig Eastman getting his first goal, and I think this is the good goal. I'm not sure. Let's have a look anyway. I know he's got an absolute cracker of a goal, and I'm not sure if he got goal of the month or something like that. He might have got second, but still, let's see if this is the goal. I think this is the goal. Oh no, it's not. Wait, it might be. It is. Oof! That's a great goal. That's an absolute fantastic volley. And nope, didn't get goal of the month of it. I still don't understand goal of the month sometimes. I think that's probably goal of the season in my eyes. But after that fantastic goal and that 1-0 win, we drew 1-1 to Barnet. It's not too bad. Come this time of the season, though, pretty much playoffs were out of the question. Relegation was out of the question. So I was just playing the games for the sake of finishing up the season now. And that's kind of the worst time of the season, in my opinion, when you're just playing games just to get it over with. Going, come on, I want to get to pre-season, sign some players. So then we lost 1-0. We lost 2-1 to Port Vale there. Bounced back 3-0 against York with Craig Eastman, Milan Lakovic and Maxim Blanchard getting 3 goals in 27 minutes and just wrapping up the game. We then lost 3-0 to Oxford. This was disappointing again. Probably could have done better there. But winning our last 2 games this season, 3-2 and 1-0 respectively against Bristol Rovers and Dagenham. And LeConte picking up 2, John Bostock picking up 1, making it with a 3-2 win, and Bassara getting a goal there. So, looking back at it, our second half of the season from probably Bradford down is very good. It's probably what I expect throughout the season. Maybe the exception of a few less losses, I mean. But first half of the season really did cost us. Too many losses in a row, just too inconsistent, and it's something I need to work on next year for sure. For sure, that's really bad, for sure. But yeah, let's have a look at our starting 11 now. This is a starting 11 for next year, based on the loanees leaving and the players that I will have available no matter what fitness. And you can see here that a couple of positions I want to improve on are defensive mid, centre-back and goalkeeper, and centre-back especially as well, because Blanchard's had a really bad second half of the season, surprisingly, and it's just made me really worried now, the fact that I had to look to the bench to see who was there, and I realised we don't really have anyone who can just go in there and be like, alright, he can be a solid centre-back, he's really good for this level. I've got all players on the bench that have the potential to do that, and I don't want potential, I need ability now. So that's definitely something I'm going to look on next season. I need a defensive mid still, and goalkeeper, I just want to try and solidify that, but Gil Martin will do if I can't find anything, I'm pretty sure. So now let's go to, this is the copy of selection info, so let's have a look. Appearances, who was our highest appeared player? So it was actually Blanchard, despite his poor performances, like I said, because there was no one on the bench, I just ended up having to stick with him. Matty Fry was up there again with Chris Nelson and Ross Doherty. So our whole back 4 was pretty consistent throughout the season, playing over 43 appearances each. So, and 3 of them there actually got an over a 7 average rating. So a very good back 4 we have, apart from Blanchard. If we can just improve that there, I think the back 4 is strong enough to get us out of this division. And one more player played over 40 games was Bassara. So we have a very consistent back 4 there from what I can see, and just also the fact that we don't have anyone to replace them. I just have to sort of stick with them even when they do play badly. Assists came from the left with Bassara. I don't know why. I don't know why. They all come down the left, despite the fact he is a wing back more naturally. He just seems to be able to pick up the assists. Ross Doherty getting from the right, and Luke Young as well. Milan Lakovic doing very well with the assist count there, despite only coming in January, picking up 6 assists. That is very good. And of course, David Foley, being a striker, you're gonna score as well as assist as well. So I expected that of him. So that's not too bad there. But really, I want an out-and-out assist like the Stevenage guy had with 17 assists. I want something like that, who I know will be the player maker, and I know will be the guy that, oh yeah, once he gets the balls, he'll pick out a pass and get that goal. But I don't think I have that here, so maybe that's something I can improve on. Goals scored, it was David Foley picking up 17, Bassara with 11, LeConte with 9, and Edwards with 6, and Lakovic with 5. That's not too bad as well. But another point I want to pick up on as well is David Foley, despite the fact he scored 17 goals and got a really good average match rating, I felt disappointed with him at times. He's one of them players that gets in one-on-one positions, gets in chances, or maybe have 3, 4, 5 clear-cut chances in the match. It will take him about 3 to score, and maybe he'll get 2 or 3 out of that game, just because of the fact that he's been lucky and he's managed to take his chances for a surprise. And that's been annoying me. I reckon he should have got over 20 goals this year. If he'd have taken all these clear-cut chances, he probably would have got 30, but I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting him to miss a couple. We're not at a good level of football. But still, it just drives me mental how he would play well, he would score a goal, but he just missed so many chances, and I think that would be the difference between a draw and a win if he'd take his chances. And again, that may be an aspect of the game I have to improve upon if I want to get promoted. Clean sheets, René Gilmartin picked up the most, but looking at how many clean sheets a game, it was probably Ian Turner there, but both of them respectively did very well. And average rating, everyone over 7. I always think this, everyone who got an over 7 average match rating did really well for the club, and that was John Bostock, Ross Doherty, Luke Young, Henderson, Fry, Lakovic, Nelson, Luckham and Foley. And looking at that, I think you can obviously see there's one player of the season there, and I think it has to be Curtis Nelson. He was a solid centre-back for us all season. Probably our best player by far. Really good potential in him as well, so hopefully he can improve, and he's got some great centre-back stats. And I honestly think maybe improving like 3 or 4 positions, like I say, we can easily get out of this league. I mean, we've got the ability there. A couple of players got the ability, a couple of players have the potential. That's what we need in this squad. Let's look at our tactics now. Tactics we used near the end of the season was a 4-3-3 with an attacking strategy. And it kind of worked out. We played 2 wingers, a poacher, advanced player maker, deep lying, and an anchor man. And like I said, I think it worked out come the end of the season. They were all used to it. So hopefully next year we can continue to adapt to this formation and use the attacking strategy, because our attack is very good. Defensively, we were alright, but we need to utilize our attack, because like I say, the fact that we're alright defensively isn't enough to sit back on our laurels. We need to just keep on throwing attack at them and make them worry about their defense. That's my logic behind that anyway. Let's look at my guy. I haven't looked at my guy in about 3 or 4 updates now. I'm now a regional reputational manager, so that means more jobs have become available to me. And maybe next season, because of that, I may be leaving. I'm not too sure. Like I say, it's still wide open, but my financial control is very good, so that might attract a couple of maybe penny pinching clubs like Portsmouth, stuff like that. Maybe a club that's just been relegated. I'm not too sure. But a good season with Plymouth. I think it's a really good season with us. Let's have a look at player stats. No, not player stats. We'll look at awards. We picked up our awards. I actually got an achievement this year from these lot. Did we get player of the month anywhere all season long? There. Lakovic got it in February, so he played very well. Matty Fry got it in January as well. But nowhere else there. Goal of the month. We actually got goal of the month. Oh, I didn't actually know this. How would I view this? I'm not sure how I would view that. Nope, I wouldn't get it there. So I actually don't know how I'd view that. But Matt Leconte, I'll go look for it in a second. But Leconte got it for Plymouth against Bristol Rovers. I'll have a look at that in a second. And Lakovic got it in February. But apart from that, nowhere else either. Goal of the season. No, we didn't get in there. Manager of the month. I don't think we got there anywhere. Oh no, we got third. I don't think we won it though. No, so I think it shows that we had a good second half of the season. The fact we got it in February and January, when the fixture list quite congested. Our club played really well, surprisingly. And not player of the year, of course, that's Haber. Of course, I said that. Team of the year, I actually got an achievement for this because Matty Fry's in it, and it got me the achievement of getting a player. One of your players is in team of the year, and he played very well for us, Matty Fry. But I still think Ryan Curtis is probably player of the season there. I'll take that award off him and give it to him. So yeah, that's it, guys. Like I say, I'll go show that goal now. Might as well. I haven't really showed you much in the match since there's no live com. Bristol Rovers, Leconte. I don't know which one it was. Might as well have a look at both of them then. Was it the first one? Obviously, we're able to tell, I think, because one of them will be an absolute wonder goal, and one of them probably will be a mediocre goal. I reckon one of them will be a tap-in, one of them will be a great goal. Is it this one? I have a feeling it's not going to be this one. Nope, I kind of knew it would be like that. I expected a cross or a tap-in. Must be this one then. So, I mean, goal of the month. I mean, Eastman's one, that was a great one. That one, Anyway, that's my opinion on that. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is all I can do. So next time I will see you will be first game of the season. But of course, remember that first game of the season is a Capital One Cup game, so I'll actually play that and meet you at the first league game of the season. So until then, peace out.